Hello. Welcome back. I have my jaw's itchy, hurting. Feels like inflammation. Yeah, I'm still tired. Couldn't sleep last night. I think it was 2:30. But yeah, life goes on. Been helping my friend Angela to because she's going through a rough time as well. She's she's trying to get the divorce done, but her husband is postponing, is delaying, is always finding a way to, you know, delay again. Their mediator said, "Listen, you may, you have to put some sort of agreement on paper about your daughter. Yeah, how will things be arranged once you're divorced, separated? Who's gonna pay? Is there gonna be alimony?" Yeah, my friend Angela, she wants to move to another side of the country, and then here he fears he will never see his daughter again. So yeah, he doesn't trust her, and for good reasons, because you know sometimes she can be a total bitch. But she has to be. It's, you know, it's the it's when you are in between levels. Like I explained many times before, the 3D level, duality, black and white thinking, black or white thinking, but also, you know, all the distortions, all the old programs still running, the victim, the perpetrator, the the pleaser. I don't trust you. You hurt me. You did this. But also, you know, slowly moving into 4D, once you start allowing the 4D frequencies to enter your reality. One could even say when you start like true love allowing to be part of your reality, then also that which is not love at all, but, you know, mainly the lack of love. And I'm talking about true love. And for many, let's just say in general, very general, we actually don't know what love is. And it makes sense if you understand the densities. So, not dimensions. Densities are like evolutionary stages, and dimensions, the way I see them, are more like frequency bandwidths. Like you're resonating in this bandwidth or this bandwidth or this bandwidth. And one is not better than the other, it's just a higher frequency. Like in music, when you have the note C, then the next note D is higher in pitch. It's not better, no, it's just higher. But the densities is moving through evolutionary stages, and it takes a long, usually these densities take a long time. So we're now transitioning from third density to fourth density, from this period where we got to experience duality, um, choice. It's about choice, about understanding that you're free will, so you have a choice. I mean, if you decide to go to work every day to be part of the slave system just so you can survive, that's your choice. If you decide to stay in a marriage for 30 years, that's your choice. I mean, so okay, to finish this part, so we're moving into fourth density slowly, and fourth density is about love and understanding, compassion, comprehension, getting to know love from the inside out, not just as a concept. Because there's a lot of distortion um, on what love truly is when you live in third density, in duality, when you see truth as something being static, uh, like it's true or it's not true, and there's no in between. And once you let go and you realize everything is love, even darkness, evil, it's also love. It's also based on love. It's the love, one could say it's the love of Source or love of God that created this possibility for us to experience, the possibility to experience contrast. I mean, even on a conceptual level, for many, this is, you know, no, I don't understand. No, of course, because we are moving from third density choice, duality, into fourth density love and understanding, realizing, comprehending, like living love. And it's gonna take a long time. Third density usually is like a short period, it's very dense, and fourth density is already very expensive. So this could take, in human years, millions of years. Yeah, this is what our next level is gonna do. The new human. But yeah, right now, so often we have no clue what love actually is. We have concepts like unconditional love, but yeah, love by definition is unconditional. That's what love is. So there's no such thing as unconditional love, because there's no such thing as conditional love. So it's no use to put conditional or put some form of conditions on it. But yeah, I mean, the marriage system. I spoke of it before, like you put the ring on, the slave collar. It started here, around the neck, then it became the waistband. Some people still use it. They say, yeah, it has magical powers. No, sorry. If no, I'm not going to go into that story, but um, it depends on how you use it. It depends on the intention and the amount of awareness. Uh, are you truly aware when you put a ring on the other parts, the other one's finger? This finger. Are you aware that you're uh, basically claiming, I own you? You are now my property. I think many people, they do realize it, but they're actually okay with it. I mean, you being their property means you no longer have to take care of them. Yeah, I could dive so much deeper into these things, but yeah, it depends on whether this resonates with you and you want to know more about it. If you do, then post questions and post clear questions, like direct questions. Elaborate on your question. What it is that you actually want to know about this part, if you're interested in my view. If not, I will just, I will talk about these things forever. Until we're like in fourth density and it's all done, because then my job is done. I'm here, this is what I believe right now, and this can change at any time. But yeah, it looks like I'm here to help, to assist humanity through this process, this transitional process. And I'm not special. I'm not the only one. There's many of us who came to this planet for this sole reason, for this single reason, for this soul. Yeah, I'm here also to upgrade this soul that I'm embodying. The soul I chose before incarnation, the path, the blueprint, part of a collective soul, an oversoul that wants to evolve beyond the 3D matrix. So yeah, you move into four, well, not into, but you start vibrating on a 4D level. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's I get it why people keep confusing densities with dimensions, because these concepts are new. Yeah, you were not taught in primary school, like, yeah, this is density and this is a dimension. This is how it functions. That's just what it does. So 4D, fourth dimension, the fourth vibrational level, is where a lot of shadow work is being done, because you're no longer trapped in duality. You no longer see things black or white. You start to see things. You start to enter the gray area. You start to realize, okay, her ex-husband, still husband, he believes that she might make decisions, and therefore he will lose connection with his daughter. But that's up to him, that's up to his daughter, and it's not up to Angela. This is why it's so important that we learn to take responsibility. We need to learn to take responsibility for our own state of being, for our own being in general, but especially for our state of being. So yesterday I had this long talk with Angela, and we dug really deep. We dove really deep into why they were going over the paper that they had written down, and they pretty much agreed. And today they have to go to the negotiator, mediator, to finalize it. And of course, yesterday he started about, but you changed the line there, and what do you mean with this? He started like nitpicking little things because he doesn't trust her. But it's not about trusting her. He doesn't trust himself. So he gets very emotional. He's not a very emotional, mature person. Yeah, I think this is what they call the EQ, the emotional quotient, instead of the IQ. So often when he becomes emotional, he acts like a toddler, like an infant, like like a tantrum, tantrum, tantrum. Hmm. Anger, yeah, anger tantrum. No, it's, yeah, you're gonna take away our daughter. You know these people, right? Maybe you're still one of them, not aware of it. I mean, that's the thing. Once you become aware, and Angela is in this stage where she's becoming aware of her ego, her programs, her convictions, her automatic reactions to things. As soon as he goes into this emotional state, because she grew up with parents who both completely or almost completely neglected or ignored their emotional well-being. She, as a child, as her father was Chinese, he's deceased. So her father was Chinese, and understanding the Chinese a little, they're very disciplined, and they're not allowed, especially men, they're not allowed to have emotions. No, you have to be, always on this level, like flat, flat line. Yeah. Suppressing your emotions. No emotion, no emotion, no emotion. So as a compensation, she always carried the emotions. So everybody who knows her now says sometimes, you're so emotional. Yeah, it's an overcompensation. It's not just compensation. No, it's an overcompensation. She's overcompensating the other one lacking emotional maturity. She at least, expresses these emotions. She's like feeling for the other. So when he goes into this childish mode, she also goes into this childish mode as a compensation. And I told her after an hour talk, listen, notice next time when you go into this emotional state, notice it first of all. That's step one. Yeah, I'm being, as she already told me that she noticed how childish she can be while it happens. I said, okay, so whenever this happens again, when you become aware of these emotions, this childish behavior, check with him. See that at that moment he is not able to deal with his own emotions. So you immediately, by doing this, you immediately make the distinction between your emotions and his emotions, his state of being, your state of being. That's step two. Step one, become aware of what happens, your reactions, your automatic reactions. Step two, see where the other is at. And then I told her to check in with herself, how inside, probably unconsciously, she's being very stern with herself, very critical, like criticizing herself. Because this criticizing herself is what her parents did inside. They did not express it. Yeah, her mom does. Her mom is like blurting everything out again and again and again, and everything that comes out of her mouth when she blurts something out, it's negative, it's it's criticizing someone. And her mom is totally not aware of it, that she's constantly criticizing everybody. And for her, it's just very normal to blurt it out. Like, yeah, oh, look at his nose. Yeah, no, he's ugly. When Angela met a new guy, and at some point Angela showed a picture of him, and the first thing her mom said, "Whoa, he's ugly." Wow. You know, her mom is totally not aware, and she's never going to become aware in this lifetime. No, I don't believe that, and Angela doesn't believe it either. So Angela is doing the work. She chose these parents as an example, as role models, to realize, this is what humans do. This is what we do. This is how we learn. This is how we experience, and this is how we evolve from third to fourth density. Slowly starting to understand, so my automatic response is actually a compensation for the other one not being able to deal with his or her own emotions, whatever is happening inside of them, unconsciously mostly. I react as a compensation, as a way of trying to solve it, trying to fix it, trying to deal with it. But that's not your responsibility. The state of being of the other is not your responsibility. And this is a tough lesson, because in the 3D matrix, the duality matrix, there's always position and opposition. There's no gray. There's no gray area. It's black or white. It's true or it's untrue. It's you are the one that doing this to me. I am the victim of you. This is deeply ingrained in almost in our DNA. I'm not claiming it's really in our DNA, because we can change it at any time, but it's so deeply ingrained that in general we are not aware of it. We are just, push someone buttons and they will react. Step into an elevator, push a button, the door closes, and you go to another level. Turn on the light, turn off the light. It's like an on and off switch. There's no dimmer. So 4D, the 4D level, the 4D frequency level, you could see as the dimmer. Like, it's not on and off. No, you can gradually turn the light up, you can gradually turn the love up, or you could gradually turn your love frequency down or your light frequency down. Interesting, huh? So, me being tired, to add to this story, I was okay. So, to wrap it up, at the moment I'm making another recap video of last week's episodes, which starts with the Jewel episode, Inside the Storm. It's a part 1 and part 2, and I made it into one video. Whoa, something is shifting in my energy levels. Okay, so making the recap video, listening to all the intros again, summarizing it. So in the description I can make the title and a one-line description of what the video is about. So when you as a viewer watch the recap video, you can decide, I wanna see this episode. And maybe you wanna watch all 7 of them again. Or maybe you have not seen any of them and you find it interesting, because it's in general, because I always speak in such a way that in a linear fashion, past, present, and future. They in my videos I move. So here's the past. So this is yesterday, this is today, and this is tomorrow. And in my videos I always move like this. So yesterday is coming along, and the day before, and the day before, and it's, you know, it's moving along with you. It's changing also. Yesterday is not the same as it was yesterday. And the day before yesterday is no longer the same, because, you know, it's moving along. I hope you understand. This is how I perceive time. This is how I live day by day, realizing that yesterday, it's today is no longer yesterday, and yesterday is not something static like that happened. No, today I look at yesterday differently than yesterday looking at the day before. It's constantly evolving. Yeah. I'm really curious if some of you understand this concept. Because in general we believe that yesterday happened and it's done and you can no longer change it. It happened that way and finished. No, you are recreating yesterday, you are recreating the past now. So you also can change the now. Or you could call it perception. How you perceive, how you look at it right now is different than how you looked at it yesterday, or how you will look at it tomorrow. Like yesterday happened, and yesterday is changing, it's still growing, it's still evolving. And the same with the future. It's not set in stone. It's not like tomorrow this and this gonna happen. Of course we think it's gonna happen. That's why we make appointments. But yeah, something can come in between, something can change. So the future is not static either. The past is not static, the future is not static, even the present moment is not static. The present moment is always evolving. It's never like fixed. You cannot put the present moment like a video on pause and then be in that moment, because even if you would put it on pause, things are still changing. It's the way I experience life, it's the way I look at these things, the way I understand these things. All right, I think that's enough information for today. One of those videos I made, huh? Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Okay, enough. Otherwise, I'm gonna go even deeper. Next time, perhaps. I don't know. Ciao.